Hello everyone and welcome to Jank Emporium. Alright, so started off with the idea of swapping out my J ruler, which was Hanzo Machines. That's kind of the card I've been playing for forever. Unfortunately, I don't have it right in front of me right now, so I'll just show you that beautiful little right there, that beauty. So yeah, Jank Emporium. So initially I started off with the idea of like, let's throw any blue ruler. It even works with Arthur. Wait, no, that doesn't work. So, going off with the proper blue ruler, we'll go with the beautiful, dare I say, sexy, that alt art of Loki, the Witch of Chaos. Divinity, 10, Witch. Yep, whoops, that's the wrong side. Okay, we'll go with the other provocative pose, Loki. Divinity of 10, Judgment is 2 blue, 1 colorless, Energizes 1 blue. And then the proper side, which honestly, I'm never gonna be flipping Loki, ever. Her ability is you may pay 2 less for the awakening cost of spells you control, but in all honesty, never gonna happen. So, we'll throw Loki off. Loki the provocative. Ooh, the provocative Loki. Oh, you know what? This might work. No, it doesn't work. Propping up doesn't work. Okay, we'll toss her off in the corner. All right. So you guys already should know the what's called my Hanzo Machine deck. So we'll spit this off quite quickly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 donut drones. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4 Vivians. Bam. 4 Guiveneers. We already know that. If you guys have seen that video, if not, then there you go, cards. 4 Lancelots. Here's where it starts getting interesting. 3 Lonely Spirit Bugs. Yes, they're only a 1 cost. Yes, the whenever Swiftness, whenever this card enters the field, draw a card. Ideally, I only want these for the draw a card and the resonator type. So 4 of those. So right now we have 4, 8, 12, 16. Plus 3, 17 resonators. Ooh, I just dropped something. I don't know what I dropped. Ooh, there we go. Oh, one of the important cards. And I've already broken the camera. No! All right. Next up is where the jankiness, like the real jankiness comes in, and it's kind of weird. So we'll start off with actually, you know what? We'll just go on with the 3 costs. So all these resonators are 1 cost with the exception of Lancelot. For the next 3 cost, we have Garmheld, half god. He is a god wanderer, cost of 3, 500, 800. Whenever another resonator enters the field under your control, produce water. This ability triggers only once per turn. Keyword, because I missed that. It triggers only once per turn, so you can only produce 1 water. Tap, banish this card, produce 1 water for each resonator you control. Play this ability only during your turn. I surprisingly have 4 of those, and you will see why in a second. So 4 of those bad boys. Then, the 4 cost resonators. We have Schrodinger, the Harlequin of Phenomena. Okay, he is a fairy tale wanderer. Enter. Remove target resonator in a graveyard from the game. If you do, this card becomes a copy of it and gains Mask of Mimesis. Mask of Mimesis. Remove target resonator in a graveyard from the game. If you do, this card becomes a copy of it and gains Mask of Mimesis. So essentially, it just copies anything in the graveyard. My idea for these 2, and there is the reason I'm running only 2, is if Lancelot ever ends up in the graveyard, this would be the card to kind of mimic Lancelot abilities, and I definitely want to mimic Lancelot's ability. The Enter I really don't care about because it only adds 1 counter. The ones I really do care about is remove 3, add 100 counters to a resonator you control, destroy target resonator. And the big one, remove a total of 10 counters, 1/1 counters from any number of resonators you control. J resonators your opponent controls lose all abilities until the end of the turn. Destroy all resonators your opponent controls, which is quite nice. And then lastly, for the last resonator, we have Super Mobile Fortress Camelot. I'm only running 1 of, and the reason I'm running only 1 of is If I ever get to the point of having enough counters on Guivenier, then easily pull that out. However, here's where more of the, actually, these cards are kind of more or less the same ones I had in, sorry, these next chants, because the remainder of the deck is just chant and runes. We have 4 keys as calls, cancel target on ability of a resonator, draw a card. Just a fantastic little card right there. So we have 4 of those. Next up, we have Spinning Aqua Soul. Quick cast, put target chant from your graveyard into your hand. We have 4 of those. Again, pull something like that, or pull something like Optional Possession. Oh, that is such a gorgeous full art. I have Master Fiji to thank for this wonderful full art. Quick cast, Remnant, choose Flying, Precision, or First Strike. Target J Resonator gains +2/+2 and a chosen ability until the end of the turn. The idea is I can play this potentially up to like 2 times. Spinning Aqua Soul, I can potentially play like on an average like maybe 4 to 5 times, especially since it has Remnants. I can play it, hits the graveyard, play it once for the graveyard, I'll pull it back and then play it again. It is quite fantastic. 2 of those, so far we're up to 10. Next, yes, we are up to 10. Next, we have the Return of God. It's a 2 cost. You may pay 2 less to play this card if your jeweler is Loki the Witch of Chaos. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may put a resonator with total cost of X or less from among them into the field, where X is the number of magic stones you control. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any random order. This card, honestly, I threw it in there last second, and I threw 3 of them, and I think it's honestly overkill. I only threw it in there just because my deck is technically already a mill deck-ish, but not really. I mean, if I want to force like Lancelot out, that's the only reason I would ever put this out. And if I want to force something else, but it's kind of. This one I'm still debating. So if you guys have suggestions of what I can switch out for the Returning of God, please let me know. Options that I have currently are maybe another Optional Possession. I had Guivenier Investigation. Basically, these are the cards that kind of swapped out-ish. But yeah. Okay, last chant, and you can guys probably guess what it's gonna be. That is kind of all kinds of bright, but I'm not gonna change it right now. We have Mystery Box. Cost of 7. Reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Put all non-chant cards from among them into the field and the rest into your graveyard. If this card was awakened, players cannot chase to it. In order to awaken it, you must discard your hand. The idea behind this card is I was trying to run as little as possible chance. I have 15, so I have basically, whenever I mill the next top 5 cards, I have a roughly a 37% chance that each card is gonna be a chant. So basically, let's do the math on that. Let's go with over 60%, 62% chance that it's gonna be a resonator out of the next 5 cards. So I'm probably gonna draw at least 3 resonators in order to put onto the field. And that kind of leads me into the next part. One of the reasons why I wanted to have resonators which have multiple types, for example, like this guy or this one, or the Swiftness Bug, or Guivenier, or Vivian, which is by fantastic, the most one with the most resonator types, is because of diverse evolution. This is the first rune we run, Divinity of 2. Target up to X resonators you control, where X is the number of different races among resonators you control. Put a 100/100 counter on the first, then repeat the process for each past the first. Adding an extra 100/100 token past the first. For example, put 2 counters on the second, 3 counters on the third, 4th on the 4th, etc. So that is, I'll just toss it onto here. That is the first rune for Divinity of 2. Next up, we have, since we're running blue, we can finally run something like Maintenance. For a 0 cost, put 2 100/100 counters on up to 2 target machine resonators you control. Next one is Loki, the Returnee of God. We already know what that does. Again, beautiful full art. And next one, honestly, Okay, I'll save the one I'm not sure about for last. And then another mystery box, just because why not? What I ended up taking out, because Master Features is just like, why don't you put a mystery box in your rune deck? I actually took out Monstrify. This is by far one of my favorite cards, and it's because of the fact that it's so deceivingly underwhelming, and yet it is so gosh dang powerful. Majority of the times, Vivian will have a butt ton of counters on her by like turn 2 or 3, simply because of the fact she is very cheap, and all my resonators are quite cheap in this deck. So I will have numerous amount of counters on her, plus the addition of what is it called? Maintenance, cheap, fast counters on Vivian. Play Monstrify, which is a 1. Onto Vivian, she becomes a 9/9. If she has at least, let's say, 3 counters on her, she becomes a 12/12. Or let's look at it another way. Turn 1, play Vivian. Turn 2, play Maintenance. She gets 2 counters. She becomes a 5/5. Oh wait, I can play Monstrify, and if I play another Resonator, 3 counters on, she becomes a 12/12. Second turn with Flying. Bam! That's all I gotta say about Monstrify. I honestly kind of want to take Mystery Box out just to have Monstrify back in there, but questionable. Last one, and I'm not 100% sure of this. This is the only rune card that has Divinity of 1 I can think of, and the only reason is I want to be able to play all my rune cards, is Thick Fog. It costs 2, target Resonator cannot attack this turn, draw a card. Honestly, I don't quite know what to say about that. Oh, sorry, I got to have a little bit of my man juice. It's been way too hot around here. For those of you that live south of the border, it's been like 90 plus degrees out here. Well, I shouldn't be complaining. This is only the second day, but yeah, it's been pretty dang hot. So we'll call it like Donald Trump tanning weather. Yeah, there's a little American joke for you guys. But that's about it. That's the entire deck. If you guys have suggestions or things that I can take out, please, by all means, leave a comment below. If this is the first time that you guys are watching the video and you haven't been subscribed, please consider subscribing. Cannot say that enough. Aside from that, I have not tested this deck whatsoever. This is purely a deck I just threw together, and I said, you know what? Let's put something out there, and I feel like it's gonna be a fun deck. I really feel like it's gonna be a fun deck, but at the same time, the reason why I say that is because I know the core. This is the core right here. We have the Donatron Vivian, blah, 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 blah. This is the core of the deck. Everything else is just thrown in there just to be kind of a douche. Especially with Obstinal Possession. Yeah, everything else is just kind of in there to be a douche. Can you imagine like a Lancelot with Flying? That'd be amazing. Yeah, buddy. All right, guys. This was Nova presenting the Loki machine deck profile. As always, if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Aside from that, I will see you guys in the next video.